said this before and I'll say it again. I love any time that they manipulate, change, or parody that Marvel intro. And the Christmas version of it was awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that was good.
So the episode is What If Happy Hogan Saved Christmas? And literally all it is Die Hard in the MCU.
Pretty much. Before we get too far. So, Mike is not much of a gamer. I am. Anyone who has watched this channel or anything that in my streaming or anything I've been a part of at RPC knows that I'm a giant Resident Evil fan. Or pretty much fan of anything that Capcom puts out. I would love to know who on this team really liked Resident Evil 8. Because I am telling you right now, we had a Russian following Mansour Hammer around the entire time. This bloke right here, this guy. And he was a stocky gentleman, built like a linebacker, wearing a black sweatshirt, black overcoat, black pants, black shoes, built like a truck, and a face to match. Now, Resident Evil 8, there's a little character called Chris Redfield. I don't mean to say that they just put Chris in and made him Russian and shaved his mustache off, but
let me see the hair again.
On the other guy?
Yeah, I see it.
It is all the way there. Oh, could I not think of that? And I'm shocked more people have not made that connection. But my notes for the literal first 5 minutes of this are Darcy, Hill, Hammer.
I will be so disappointed if this is the one and only time after Iron Man 2 that we get to see Justin Hammer, because
correct me if I'm wrong, isn't he in Armor Wars?
That's never been confirmed. I just want it.
Damn it. And it's actually him. Like, the only people that weren't voicing their characters in this were Cap and Natasha.
Wrong. They got what's his name? Mick Wingert as
oh, I'm sorry.
as Tony.
I don't even count Tony because he's never coming back, so I don't count that as a possibility. Tony's been gone. I never count that one. We had Lake Bell and Josh Keaton. I'm never even looking at whoever plays Tony because it's never going to be Robert Downey Jr. ever again.
Fair.
So I don't even think about it. But yeah, Josh Keaton and Lake Bell. So Josh Keaton's gotten to be Spider-Man, Captain America. He got to be someone else. He was someone in that Spider-Man 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2 that came out recently. I can't think of who it is.
He was Electro in Spider-Man.
That's what it was. But one thing. I was going to say that we needed to send some prayers this dude's way, but from what I understand, the thing was caught and it was taken care of. Russ Marquand has built himself quite the IMDb page when it comes to Marvel properties. For those, got to tangentially kind of see him when I was at my last convention. I didn't get a chance to actually walk up and talk to him, but he was at the last convention that I went to. He portrayed the ultimate version of Red Skull in Endgame because, Hugo Weaving was just not having it anymore. He was also him in What If. He was Ultron in What If. He was the Ultron Sentinels in What If. And in Doctor Strange in a Multiverse of Madness. He was also he was the guy who voiced Werner, and he also replaced James Spader and voiced Ultron Sentries in Age of Ultron. So the dude's growing quite an IMDb page. I liked everything going on in this episode of just happily enjoying things and just being awesome. Like getting to see that dumb Justin Hammer dance in animation was fantastic. Sam Rockwell does not get enough credit.
He doesn't, and he's just so good in this role because he's just having fun.
Anyone who has not seen it, and it shocks me how many people well, I shouldn't say it because the movie didn't boom that much. Go watch Seven Psychopaths.
Love that movie.
That movie is just ridiculous. The cast is stacked, and Rockwell is among one of the best people ever. He might be one of the best supporting or character actors in history ever. And oh, what the hell was that movie called? Moon?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, great. But anyway, so happy getting to go through all the stuff. Like I saw the only thing I'm going to give him crap about animating, the shot of the needle hitting his leg looked janky. That is the only bad animation shot I've seen so far. The kid just went, yeah. Considering everything else that happened in this episode, which looked fluid as shit and they had a lot going on, that was kind of like
not sure what happened there, but
I was like, did y'all just call it and wanted to go home early that day? Like, what happened? Everything was great. Happy getting to call everyone out, getting to see a version of events before Iron Man 2 or Avengers 2 happened. That was cool.
Yeah. Actually, I was wondering when exactly this was taking place
because they have the Iron Legion. They don't have that after Avengers 2. So it has to be pretty much sandwiched between Iron Man 3 and Avengers 2 somewhere in there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And again, they still have all the bar and all that stuff in Avengers Tower. And I don't even know. They pretty much shut down Avengers Tower not long after that because everything gets put up for sale in freaking Homecoming. They were having the liquidation of it, or I should say the moving out of everything in there.
Yeah, so it makes sense that this is like set between Iron Man 3 and Avengers 2.
Yeah. I am trying to think so hard. The design of and the fact that it didn't click to me to call him Hulk Hogan until it was said, I feel ashamed of myself that I didn't think of it. The design of Happy's version of Hulk reminds me so much of something else, and I cannot put my finger on it.
I can think of...
I know what it is!
What is it?
It is the Titan goons out of Arkham Asylum.
Oh.
It hit me. It's his head. That's what did it. It's the face. Hold on. Oh,
yeah. See if you can pull it up.
Venom Titans Arkham Asylum. It is 100% the Titans in Arkham. That is 100% what it is. Can I get a good? Here we go.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, and there's just like they're a lot more disformed and a not more uniformal like Happy's was. Yeah, that's exact. I was like, man, with the purple coloring too. I couldn't think of what it was. Yeah, one thing this episode has made me realize how much it pisses me off that they killed Maria Hill.
Oh yeah, no, I'm still nonplussed about that.
Why? What did that actually gain? It
I
gained you a shock value death you could have gotten from someone else.
exactly. If you like, I think that if that wasn't a rule before, it should be a rule now that you are only allowed to kill off a character if their story is complete.
Yeah, and I mean, give or take, Maria Hill's never had a story, if I'm going to be honest. She's just a really good supporting character.
All the more reason why it's not necessary to have killed her off.
Yeah, you just basically went, we have no idea who to put in this story, but we have to kill someone and it's not going to be Nick Fury. We have to make Nick Fury look like he did something horrible. You could have done that without him killing Maria Hill. You blamed the whole riot on him.
Yeah. But enough about Secret Invasion.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about that. And also, it just too many people shit on her character, and it kind of drives me nuts. I miss Darcy.
Like, yeah, she can be annoying, but that like I think part of what makes that a feature and not a bug is that other characters get to call her out on that.
Yeah. And she's also just the endearing self-insert. Like, I can't tell you how happy I was that she showed up in WandaVision. She did not need to be in that series. And she was one of the best parts of it. It got to the point of where they want her in I almost said Jimmy Wong. What's his name?
Agent Woo.
Agent Woo, where they wanted them to have their own series. And they should.
Yep.
Have it be something that affects nothing and puts some unbelievable Marvel losers in it that they have to deal with. Make it the freaking the X-Files. Freaking Marvel.
Oh, that would be fun.
Make them Mulder and Scully, and I will watch that every single year. I shit you not, I would tune in. I would make up the viewership myself. Yeah. All of the references, all of the freaking jokes, just having Justin and Happy in this, just carrying the show, made it great. They recreate two shots, literally one after another in this. They recreate the opening group shot of Avengers 2.
Yep.
And then to put the nail in the Die Hard is a Christmas movie coffin, they recreate Hans Gruber's exact frame falling from Nakatomi Plaza with Justin Hammer.
That was great.
Give it up, people! I don't care what Bruce Willis said. It's a Christmas movie.
Exactly. Also, they kind of invert the end of the first Avengers with Hulk Hogan. God, I can't believe they went there.
It's awesome.
Hulk Hogan saving Hammer at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So he saved Christmas.
He did save Christmas. Exactly. A lot more aptly titled this time around. And yeah, it's just all the stuff that they got irritated about. The Condor 1, Puffin 2. It was really good. Yeah, this is just fun. This might be a thing that I pop on just for shits and giggles at Christmas now.
It's funny. You got this. You have Iron Man 3. Yes, that's also a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
Hawkeye and the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Exactly.
Marvel loves their Christmas.
They do. And anything they do involving Christmas is good. Again, people are way too fucking hard on Iron Man 3. Way too hard. All y'all need to calm down.
Exactly.
Now, did it create some stupidity because it was still at the point of where they were like, we're gonna do stuff in movies and then have it be weird when they were going to retcon it when he takes out his spark reactor and I don't need to be Iron Man anymore, and then he's back to being Iron Man. It's actors too. You still get some hiccups because of stuff they do in the movie, but I wouldn't have wanted him to not do it in that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just this was one where they were allowing to just let them be stupid. Like you listened to the whole credits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Darcy's Christmas song, where she literally broke out in laughter in the recording booth. Thor's neck is fat and full of muscles. So stupid. They need to make a full version of that. And like, I don't remember if the version of the Christmas song from Guardians is on whatever. I'm sure it is, but like, they've now made 2 wholesale new Christmas songs. Both of them are unbelievably stupid, and they're both great.
Yeah. I don't take this episode too seriously because they're just having fun on Christmas.
Absolutely. And like, this kind of weirdly shows how they've gotten a lot more, what I want to say, more open with having weird cameos and people meeting each other than they did early in like even the first 3 phases of movies. I kind of wish they would have been a little more liberal with some of that stuff now, because like I'd have been okay with, and you can't tell me they were breaking the fucking bank for Kat Dennings to be in those movies that she couldn't have popped up in something like an Iron Man or something weird. Like,
also, there's one line that cracked me up is that she's never had a full
real
time
paid
job.
job at all. Nope. IT assistant at the Culver Institute of Technology. My weird Wisconsin brain thought she was making a joke that she did some IT work at Culver's.
Oh.
Your brain's just wired a certain way when you're from certain states with fast food stuff. But yeah, that all of it was good. And I don't know how many more funny off-brand ones we're gonna get because the other ones look like they're more on the serious side. So yeah, I'm enjoying these. Again, it's just it's fun to just pop these on and enjoy. They are not connected to anything. They're just good, wholesome episodes. They're not all going to be wholesome because I've heard and seen the first 2 seconds of a clip about 400 times on Twitter since it aired. That it's supposedly first R-rated thing happens in one of the what if episodes, and then a comment underneath it, it's not R-rated, they're killing robots, and that's all I saw. I'm like, okay, we'll have to see what that is. But yeah, really, really enjoying this so far. Again, what if is just kind of, I don't want to say critique proof, but it's hard not to enjoy. Like, you have no expectations, and you can't say, oh, they didn't do that how they should have. It's what if. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. They can do whatever they want because they're taking the story in wildly different directions. And I think
exactly.
this time more than the last season, the creative choices are less safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. It was a really good one. I would say, honestly, I don't know, this might be my favorite one of the 3 that we watched. It's probably the one
I'm torn between this one and the Nebula episode.
They both are pretty good. Yeah. And they're progressively getting more into plot-wise and more into stuff. They're putting more into these and being a little bit less boilerplatey, as I said. But yeah, I like it. All right, Mike, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on various social media at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterbox.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and that place at Ren Pop Culture. You can also find us on YouTube, on Podchaser, support our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. You can escape, so do we.
Absolutely, and you can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero. I mean, like literally everywhere. I think I've got all of them. Mostly on Twitch and YouTube. Kill a Kills, still keeping going. And you're not going to see me on Twitch until the week of the 8th, because I'm going to be out of town celebrating my birthday with some family. So until next time, we'll see you all later. Bye.